Hello everyone, my name is Jack Litra. Today I want to show you how easy it is to configure automated rotation of Azure Services credentials like passwords, access keys, using Key Vault. Before I get to the demo, I want you to follow a few best practices when configuring access for your service or application in Azure. Best practices for service credential management in Azure. If possible, eliminate use of access keys, passwords for your service credentials. Use Azure Active Directory authentication instead with Managed Identities. Store other credentials securely in Azure Key Vault. Under any circumstances, don't store your credentials in configuration files or code, even if it's just for testing. Rotate credentials stored in Azure Key Vault frequently. Any credentials can be broken, and mishandling of secrets by engineers is common. And in this demo, we will focus on rotating credentials in Key Vault. So let's get to it. In this demo, I will use Azure Cache for Redis, which is a perfect example since using access keys is the only option to access Redis Cache today. In our setup, we'll use Azure Function app to perform rotation and event grid notification to trigger that function. So Redis key is stored in Key Vault as secret, and 30 days before secret expiration, Key Vault publishes secret new expire event to trigger rotation function. Rotation function regenerates the key in Redis and store that key in Key Vault as new version of the secret. It is important to notice that function rotates one key at a time, alternating between primary and secondary key. So it takes 2 rotation cycles to rotate both keys. So now let's configure and deploy secret rotation function. For this demo, I have one Key Vault and one Redis Cache. And now let me go to Service Library, Community, to search for our ready-to-use functions. So we'll type Key Vault secrets. And we can see we have one function ready to use for Redis. I click on that function and click Deploy. Pick my subscription. And this gets us to ARM template. In this ARM template, we're going to select resource group. So I'm using our existing resource group. It automatically selects region East US. Our Redis name is Jack Demo Redis. Key Vault group is the same, so it will be Jack Demo KV. Now we have app service plan type. We have 2 options, consumption plan and premium plan. Premium plan should be used only when your Key Vault is behind the firewall. Otherwise, you can just leave consumption plan. Then we have function app name. I will use it as default, which combines resource group name with Redis rotation function app. I will name my secret new Redis key. It's a secret where I'm going to store Redis key. I will also deploy that secret with Redis key to Key Vault. For that, I will need to provide expiration date in Unix time. To do that, I will use one of the online converters. Select 3 months ahead and copy time. And I will use default 90 days for validity period days, which is used to set expiration date for rotated secret. Click Next and create. It takes several minutes for deployment. And deployment completed. Now I can go to the resource group and to my Key Vault, secrets. As we can see, new Redis key is created with expiration date for May. I have one version. And the entire rotation configuration is set up. We can see secret value, and we can also see 3 tags. There is validity period days, which we set in the template. There's credential ID of retrieved key, which is primary. And there is a provider address, which gives you resource ID for Redis. And that is all what you have to do to configure rotation for Key Vault. And secret will rotate 30 days before expiry, every 60 days with the setup. What if we want to test the configuration versus waiting 60 days for automatic rotation to happen? To do that, we can go to our secret and change expiration date to the date within 30 days. Let's do that. Let's set it for tomorrow and save. And that will automatically trigger rotation within several minutes. And now we see that secret got rotated. And if we go inside, we can see new value. And now we have secondary key in Key Vault. So what happens when there is a security breach and we need to rotate on demand? Our current setup gives us ability to do that. So let's go back to our secret and we can go to Jack Demo Resource Group and go to Function. And here we can go to Functions. And besides Event Grid trigger, we also have HTTP trigger, which we can call from curl or code or test it here. So I go to code and test. Test run. In that endpoint, we need 2 parameters. One is Key Vault name, which is Jack Demo KV, and another one is secret name, which is new Redis key. Can click Run. And now let's go to our Key Vault. And now we see third version. Let's show the tags, and again we have primary key in Key Vault. I created for you 3 ready-to-use Azure functions and have them available for you in serverless community library. But what if you want to create a rotation configuration for other services, either Azure or third-party providers? For that, I also provided a template. So if you go back to Azure Serverless Community Library, besides Cosmos DB Redis key and storage account keys, you will see the template. And in this template, you can follow several steps to create your own function. You can use entire project as a template, download it as a repository, rename service types with your service provider, update regenerate credential and get alternate credential ID functions, and update earn templates for your service. And it shouldn't take more than an hour to build brand new function for new resource provider. So happy coding! So today you learn security rules for secret management. Eliminate access keys and passwords when you can. Store remaining credentials in Key Vault and periodically rotate them. You also learn how to configure rotation in Key Vault with Azure Functions, and you have template to create your own functions. Thank you. Till the next time.